Hi, this is Azad Ahmed, and a lot of people have asked me how to get a job in the banking sector in Canada. So I'd like to share my experience with you. I came to Canada in around 2004, and I did not have any banking experience in my home country. And that actually is one point I want to mention to you, that whether you have experience or you don't, you can still get into the banking sector here in Canada. And as far as education is concerned, I did have my MBA and master's degree from outside of Canada. But again, the good news is you don't need to have any degree to work in the financial sector in the bank here in Canada. So, but what you do need is you do need to do some certification exams. So I'll come to the exams shortly, but I want to share my experience in terms of applying and entering within the banking sector. So when I came here, I explored many different jobs, and I felt that the banking sector is a growing need here, and there's a lot of opportunity for enhancements, and it's a respectable job, white collar job, and in a office setting, and you get to meet people. You get to help people meet their financial goals, and it's also good to understand here when you come to Canada. You want to understand how credit works, how investment works, and what type of planning you should do for your future, savings plans. So I found it an interesting opportunity to enter. So if you have experience outside of Canada in banking sector, it's great. But unfortunately, it really doesn't matter that much, because the banking sector here is different. The products are different. The rules and regulations are different. There's different taxation. There's different things you need to know here, which are not applicable to other banking sectors outside of Canada. So, and then as far as education is concerned, the banks have their own training program. You do go through, once you are selected, you go through a training program. And usually it's 3 months, 6 months, they will train you. You have to learn about all the products. All the products will probably be new for you. All the investment products, all the credit products, and then all the rules and regulations for issuing those products. And then customer service, how to deal with customers. So it's really a different type of job here than what you might have worked in your home country. So the requirement for banking sector we can discuss about based on the different requirements. But I just wanted to show you also here. Let me share my screen. In the branch, this is a structure of the retail branch in Canada. Usually there is a branch manager, and the branch manager has, they have the assistant branch manager. They usually will manage the tellers and the customer service manager. The tellers, if you want to work as a teller in the branch, you really don't need any certification or any qualification. Teller position is part-time. Depending on demand, they may give you a couple hours in a week, and you'll be doing cash handling, and you will be doing other such type of work, which is more, you're not giving any advice to the client other than maybe, do you want to change your type of bank account? Do you want to talk to a financial advisor about investments? You may just refer them, but you cannot give them advice. So tellers are teller position or customer service customer service person in the front desk. They usually are just doing order taking. They're not giving advice. And it's more for teller position, you need to go to the branches and apply. Usually the branch manager or the assistant branch manager, they hire directly there. In this one, human resources is not really involved with this. It's every branch has their own tellers they have already trained, and they have on a call basis. So that is a position which really It's not a very, like, it's not that much like level which you want to attain. I think most of you want to go for a financial advisor position. The other position is small business banking. Small business, for small business people who have a store, who have other business in the area, there's separate certifications for small business banking, which are required. You can do those also online. I will show you also how you can do those, but that is one sector also. And the other, so the main one that give advice are the financial advisors. And you mainly give advice on three things. One is accounts, second is investment, and third is credit. So for accounts, you advise the client, this is the type of account that you should open, and there are many different types of accounts. So that is one aspect. Second is the investments. So for investments, you advise them to open the relevant, again, account for investment. And then there's certain tax savings there, whether it's RRSP or tax-free savings account or other such account. And then you would advise them the right product for investing. In the banks, they have guaranteed investment certificates, which are term deposits. And then they also have mutual funds and savings accounts. So in order to advise for mutual funds, you need to have a certification, right? So that is a requirement, a legal requirement. Even you have a lot of years experience outside of Canada, or you have experience in another sector in Canada, doesn't matter. Whether you have degrees or certifications, doesn't matter. What really is, you must legally have the certification in Canada qualification. And then you also advise about credit. For credit, you would advise them, for example, credit cards and mortgages, line of credit. So that also you would be helping clients and setting those up for the clients. So it's a one-stop sort of advice. Usually in other countries or other places, usually you have separate people for separate work in the branch, right? You have somebody opening up accounts, somebody's doing investments, somebody's doing giving credit. It's usually separate functions. Here, it's all one function in the branch. So the financial advisor, usually you need to do the IFIC or the IFC course. The investment funds in Canada or the IFC course, they are offered through csi.ca. I will explain that in more detail in the next lecture. But the CSI is one provider, and then there's IFC, IFSE is another provider, and there's also CIFC. There are actually three providers for those courses. So I will come and explain that shortly. And the CSC is the Canadian Securities course. In the branch, all three are equivalent. If you do any one of them, you don't get any special salary or promotion. They're all equivalent. They give you the you get the license to be registered as a mutual fund representative. So that is usually at a level 1, and then you do other courses. You have to do personal financial planning courses. There are more courses you do, and as you do that, then you go up to level 2, and then you can go to level 3 also with more experience and some other courses. So it's a good idea to plan for this if you do want to work in the financial sector in Canada. And I will also explain about the courses in my other lecture also. Thank you very much and have an excellent day.